Hello, little friends. Tonight we're going on an adventure that's full of wonder, a sprinkle of magic, and maybe even a friendly roar. Before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Only if you enjoy bedtime stories with me. And hey, tell me in the comments what your favorite animal is. Maybe it'll appear in our next story. Now, snuggle up, close your eyes, and let's begin our magical journey together. It was a warm afternoon when little Lucy wandered into the meadow behind her house. The air smelled like sunshine and daisies, and bees hummed a lazy song. She loved exploring. Each leaf, each stone, each breeze seemed to whisper a secret. But today something was different. Near the big oak tree, she noticed a faint shimmer, like someone had spilled starlight on the grass. Curiosity bubbled inside her, and you know how that feels, right? Lucy tiptoed closer and gasped. There, half buried in the soft moss, was a large egg, pale green, covered in tiny silver speckles. It was warm to the touch and gave off a soft hum, almost like it was breathing. An egg out here? Lucy whispered. But whose egg are you? She looked around. No nests, no birds, no animals in sight, just that mysterious glow. Then the egg trembled. Once, twice, and stopped. Oh my, Lucy giggled nervously. You're alive, aren't you? For a moment she considered running home to tell Mom. But then the egg gave a gentle hiccup, and a tiny puff of smoke floated out from a crack on top. Lucy's eyes widened. Smoke? You're definitely not a chicken egg! The sky was turning pink, and fireflies began to dance around her. She wrapped the egg carefully in her scarf, hugging it close. Don't worry, little one. I'll keep you safe, she whispered. As Lucy walked home, the egg hummed softly in her arms, as if it understood. She didn't know yet, but tonight was the beginning of the most extraordinary friendship of her life. And if you were there, you might have seen it too. Just before she stepped inside, the egg glowed a little brighter, as if smiling back at her. The night was quiet, except for the soft hum of crickets outside Lucy's window. She placed the glowing egg on a pillow beside her bed, tucking it in gently as if it were a baby. Good night, little egg, she whispered, giggling at how silly it sounded. Sleep tight and don't roll away. But the egg didn't seem sleepy. It pulsed softly, glow, glow, filling the room with a cozy green light. Lucy watched, wide-eyed, her imagination twinkling brighter than the stars outside. Just as she began to drift off, she heard a tiny crack, then another, then pop! The glow brightened and out came, well, not what Lucy expected. A tiny dinosaur with round eyes and a squeaky little roar that sounded more like a hiccup. Roo, hick! It squeaked. Lucy gasped. Oh my goodness, you're real! The baby dinosaur blinked up at her, its scales glimmering like emeralds. Then it smiled. Yes, actually smiled, and said in a tiny voice, hello! Lucy froze. You can talk? The dinosaur nodded proudly. Of course! My name is Dippy. What's yours? Lucy, she replied, her jaw nearly touching the floor. Wait, dinosaurs don't talk, right? Dippy tilted his head. Maybe not the ones you've met. Then he sneezed. Tiny sparkles puffed out like glitter. Lucy giggled so hard she almost fell off her bed. They sat together under the blanket fort Lucy built, whispering and laughing as moonlight painted the room silver. Dippy told her he came from a hidden island, a place where dinosaurs never went extinct but learned to live in secret away from humans. And how did you end up in my backyard? Lucy asked. I think I got lost, Dippy said softly. I followed a shiny comet and then, boom, I fell through a light tunnel. A light tunnel, Lucy whispered. That sounds like magic, Dippy nodded, curling up beside her pillow. Maybe it is, but thank you for finding me, Lucy. Lucy smiled, feeling warm and happy. Don't worry, Dippy. We'll find your way home together. Outside, the moon shone brighter, and if you listened closely, you could almost hear the stars humming a lullaby just for them. The next morning, Lucy woke up to a funny sound, something between a squeak and a crunch. "Dippy?" she mumbled, rubbing her eyes. Sure enough, Dippy was standing in the middle of her room, chewing on her favorite pink slipper. "Hey!" Lucy laughed. "That's not breakfast!" Dippy looked guilty but couldn't help smiling. "Sorry, it tastes kind of like cotton candy," Lucy giggled. "You're lucky you're cute." As sunlight streamed in through the window, she realized something amazing. Dippy had grown overnight. He was now the size of her backpack, with tiny wings sprouting from his back. "Whoa, you didn't have wings yesterday," Lucy said. "I know." Dippy flapped them proudly. "They just popped out. Do you think I can fly?" Lucy tapped her chin dramatically. "Let's find out outside before Mom sees a dinosaur in my room." They tiptoed through the hallway, dodging squeaky floorboards until they reached the backyard. "Okay," Lucy whispered. "Spread your wings." Dippy took a deep breath, flapped once, flapped twice, then zoom! He lifted off the ground, but only for 3 seconds before landing headfirst in the flower bed. Lucy burst out laughing. "You flew!" "Kind of. I did, for a second," Dippy said proudly, spitting out a petal. "Maybe I just need practice." Lucy nodded. "That's what brave dinosaurs do. They keep trying." They spent the morning playing in the garden. Dippy learned to balance on 2 legs, roar softly so the neighbors wouldn't notice, and even chase butterflies. But as they rested under the big oak tree, Lucy noticed something curious. Tiny glowing footprints leading toward the forest behind her house. "Dippy," she whispered, "did you make those?" He shook his head. "No, but I think I know what they are." Lucy's eyes widened. "What?" "Other dinosaurs," Dippy said quietly. "They might be looking for me." Lucy's heart skipped. "You mean there are more talking dinosaurs out there?" Dippy nodded slowly. "If we follow those footprints, we might find them, or the way back home." Lucy smiled, her curiosity sparkling brighter than ever. "Then let's pack snacks and go exploring." And so began their great adventure, one filled with mystery, magic, and maybe, just maybe, a whole world waiting beyond the trees. In the soft light of morning, Lucy tiptoed through her backyard carrying a big basket of leaves. Inside it was her new friend, Dippy, the tiny talking dinosaur. "Shh," Lucy whispered. "We have to keep you a secret, or Mom will think I brought home a lizard with a loud mouth." Dippy giggled, his little tail wagging. "I'm not a lizard. I'm a Microsaurus magnificus," he declared proudly, puffing his tiny chest. Lucy couldn't stop laughing. "Well, Mr. Microsaurus, your secret garden awaits." She led him through a patch of tall sunflowers and pushed aside the ivy to reveal a hidden spot, a cozy nook behind the shed, full of flowers, buzzing bees, and a tiny pond that sparkled like glass. "This can be your home," Lucy said. "We'll call it Dino Garden." All morning they played together. Dippy chased colorful butterflies, flapping his little arms like wings, while Lucy built him a tiny nest from soft moss. "Did you know," Lucy whispered, "that butterflies taste with their feet?" Dippy gasped, looking at his own claws. "Then, if I step in cake, does that mean I can taste it too?" Lucy burst out laughing. "You can try, but maybe don't squish my birthday cake, okay?" When the sun began to set, Lucy brought him some strawberries. Dippy loved them so much his cheeks turned red like tiny balloons. They lay under the sky, watching clouds drift by. "Do you think there are other dinosaurs like me out there?" Dippy asked softly. Lucy smiled. "Maybe, somewhere far away, but for now, you're my favorite one." Dippy yawned, curling into a ball of sleepy scales. The garden glowed golden, and the crickets began their lullaby. Lucy whispered, "Good night, Dippy," as fireflies twinkled above like tiny stars. That night, Lucy couldn't sleep. The moonlight spilled softly through her window, and she kept thinking about her little friend outside. "I hope Dippy isn't cold," she whispered, peeking through the curtain. The garden shimmered faintly. Something was glowing among the flowers. Lucy hurried out in her slippers. There, near Dippy's nest, lay an old piece of parchment, glowing with a pale blue light. Dippy rubbed his sleepy eyes. "I didn't touch anything. It just appeared," he said, his tail twitching nervously. They leaned close. The parchment looked ancient. Edges curled, drawings faded, but in the center a symbol of a dinosaur's footprint pulsed softly, and golden lines stretched out from it like rivers of light. "It's a map," Lucy gasped. "And look, this shape here, it's an island." Dippy tilted his head. "An island shaped like a dinosaur?" He traced the outline with his claw. Sure enough, the island looked like a great T-Rex sleeping in the ocean. "Maybe it's where my family came from," Dippy whispered. His eyes sparkled, half curious, half hopeful. Suddenly, a soft wind brushed past them. The glowing lines on the map began to move, forming arrows that pointed east toward the endless sea. "It's showing us the way," Lucy exclaimed. Dippy's voice trembled. "But we can't just swim there, can we?" Lucy grinned. "Nope, we'll build something even better." She looked up at the moon and smiled. "Tomorrow, we start our biggest adventure yet. The sea, the stars, and maybe more dinosaurs." Dippy wagged his tail in excitement. "Then we'd better pack snacks," he said with a yawn. Lucy giggled. "Yes, brave explorers always need snacks." As they lay side by side, the map glowed brighter for a moment, then dimmed as if saying, "I'll wait for you." The night hummed softly with magic, and Lucy whispered, "Good night, little adventurer. Tomorrow we build dreams that float." Morning sunlight spilled over Lucy's backyard, painting everything golden. Dippy stretched his tiny wings, well, more like flappy arms, and yawned. "Time to build our mighty ship," Lucy announced proudly, hands on her hips like a true captain. They gathered everything they could find. Long bamboo poles, vines, and even a few floating plastic bottles Lucy had saved from her recycling bin. "Reduce, reuse, and raft," she giggled, tying the first knot. Dippy tried to help, but the vine kept getting tangled around his tail. "Oops, maybe I'm better at tail spinning than rope tying," he said with a sheepish grin. Lucy laughed so hard she almost fell into the mud. "Don't worry, Captain Dippy. Every ship needs a funny helper." They worked together, learning about knots, balance, and teamwork. "Did you know bamboo floats because it's full of air?" Lucy explained as she tapped one of the poles. Dippy blinked in amazement. "So, it's like a natural balloon stick." By noon, the raft began to take shape, a wobbly but brave little vessel big enough for both of them. Lucy tied a piece of her pink scarf to a stick and planted it in the middle. "There! Our flag of friendship!" Dippy clapped his tiny claws. "Ship name, the Sparkle Sailor." Just then, a gentle breeze whooshed through the garden, fluttering the flag. It was as if nature itself approved of their adventure. "Tomorrow we sail to Dinosaur Island," Lucy said softly, "but tonight we rest." As the sun set, fireflies danced above their raft, glowing like stars fallen to earth. Dippy watched them with wide eyes. "They look like tiny lanterns, Lucy," she nodded. "Maybe they're lighting our path already." Dippy curled up beside her, tail wrapped neatly around his little claws. "Promise we'll come back?" he asked quietly. Lucy brushed his head gently. "Promise, we'll always have home waiting for us." The raft bobbed gently in the small garden pond, rocking them softly as they drifted into dreams of waves, islands, and glowing dinosaur footprints waiting across the sea. The next morning, the garden sparkled with dew as Lucy and Dippy pushed their little raft into the stream. "Anchors aweigh!" Lucy shouted, her voice filled with excitement. The sparkle sailor bobbed cheerfully as if it were just as eager to begin. "Whoa, it's moving!" Dippy giggled, holding on to the edge. The water gurgled beneath them, carrying them toward the open sea. The smell of salt tickled their noses, and seagulls circled above, calling out like cheerful travel guides. As they sailed farther, Lucy explained, "The wind helps push our raft. See how the flag flutters? That means it's blowing in our favor." Dippy puffed up proudly. "Then I declare myself Chief Wind Detector," he announced, pointing his snout dramatically into the air. The day rolled by with gentle waves and giggles. Lucy dangled her toes into the cool water while Dippy leaned over the edge to watch fish shimmer like moving jewels. "That one looks like it's wearing pajamas," he said, spotting a striped fish. Lucy laughed so hard she almost splashed him. Suddenly, sleek gray shapes leaped beside them. Dolphins. They danced in the waves, clicking and chirping happily. One did a twirl, and Dippy tried to imitate it, nearly spinning himself off the raft. "Careful," Lucy squealed, catching his tail. The dolphins seemed to understand their joy. They swam alongside the sparkle sailor, guiding it through the glittering sea. "It's like they're showing us the way," Lucy whispered. When the sun began to sink, painting the ocean orange and pink, Dippy sighed dreamily. "The sea looks like a bowl of strawberry pudding," he murmured. Lucy giggled. "If it is, you're definitely not allowed to eat it." They lay back on the raft, watching the first stars twinkle above. "Do you think the stars talk to each other?" Dippy asked sleepily. Lucy smiled. "Maybe they tell bedtime stories too, just like us." The wind hummed a soft lullaby, the sea rocked them gently, and Lucy whispered, "Tomorrow we'll find the island." In the distance, a faint golden glow flickered on the horizon. Neither of them noticed, but the adventure was only beginning. The next morning, the sea looked calm as glass. Lucy stretched and smiled. "Perfect sailing weather," she said, brushing sleep from her eyes. But Dippy squinted toward the horizon. Those clouds look grumpy," he murmured. By noon, the sky had turned gray. The wind began to howl, tugging at the sparkle sailor's little sail. "Uh-oh," Lucy whispered, gripping the oar. This isn't a friendly breeze anymore. Raindrops splattered the raft, then poured harder, drumming like 1,000 tiny feet. Waves rose, tossing them up and down. "Hold on tight!" Lucy shouted over the roar. Dippy clung to the mast, his little tail flapping wildly. "I didn't sign up for a free roller coaster," he squeaked. Thunder rumbled like a giant growling in the clouds. For a moment, Lucy felt a shiver of fear, but then she remembered what Dippy always said, "Brave hearts don't give up even when they're scared." She took a deep breath and smiled. "We can do this together." The raft rocked and swayed, but Lucy steered with steady hands. Dippy used his tail like a rudder, helping keep balance. A flash of lightning revealed dolphins still swimming nearby, as if encouraging them to stay strong. After what felt like forever, the storm began to fade. The rain slowed to a drizzle and the waves calmed. "We made it!" Dippy cheered, though his frills drooped like soggy lettuce. Lucy laughed. "You look like a wet pancake." Then something magical happened. The dark clouds parted and a brilliant rainbow stretched across the sky, so wide it touched both ends of the sea. The colors shimmered like crystal threads. "It's beautiful," Lucy whispered. Dippy blinked. "Look, the rainbow's pointing somewhere." Indeed, one end of the rainbow touched a faint shape in the mist, an island glowing softly in gold. "It must be Dinosaur Island," Lucy breathed. Her heart thumped with excitement. The storm showed us the way. The dolphins chirped joyfully, circling around them as if celebrating. Dippy flapped his tiny arms. "Race you to the rainbow!" As they paddled toward the glowing horizon, the sea sparkled again, calm and kind, as if it, too, was smiling. The adventure had survived the storm, and the real magic was waiting just ahead. After the storm and the shining rainbow, Lucy and Dippy's little raft drifted gently toward a misty shore. "Look, Dippy," Lucy whispered, eyes wide. "Is that an island?" The mist slowly lifted, revealing tall palm trees, glittering waterfalls, and colorful birds flying in circles above. "Welcome to Dinosaur Island!" Dippy cheered, bouncing with excitement so much that the raft almost tipped over. They stepped onto warm golden sand, feeling it squish between their toes. Gigantic footprints led deep into the forest. "These must belong to your family," Lucy guessed. Dippy nodded nervously. I think I was born here a long time ago." As they wandered through the jungle, they saw enormous flowers that opened and closed like yawning faces and butterflies the size of dinner plates. A curious turtle with a rainbow shell peeked out of a pond and said, "Hello there, travelers. You must be new." Lucy giggled. "A talking turtle? I guess everyone here likes to chat." They followed the turtle through glowing vines until they reached a hill where sparkling crystals lit up the air. "Wow," Lucy whispered, "this place feels alive." Birds sang melodies that sounded like laughter, and even the breeze seemed to hum a gentle tune. At the top of the hill, they could see the whole island, valleys full of steaming pools, a volcano puffing little clouds, and in the distance something moving, slowly, very slowly. "What's that?" Lucy asked. Dippy squinted. "A herd of long-necked dinosaurs, my cousins!" Suddenly, the ground rumbled softly. A few trees shook. Dippy's tail twitched. "Uh-oh, did you feel that?" Lucy nodded. The volcano's puff of smoke had turned darker and larger. "Maybe," Dippy whispered, "this adventure is just getting started." Lucy smiled bravely, holding her friend's tiny claw. "Then we'll face it together." The jungle winds swirled around them like a promise. The adventure on Dinosaur Island had only begun. Lucy and Dippy followed the trail of giant footprints into the thick green heart of the jungle. The trees grew taller here, their leaves glistening with drops of gold-like dew. Every few steps, Lucy could hear strange chirps and soft growls echoing around them. "I think we're being watched," she whispered. Then, from behind the vines, several dinosaurs peeked out. Not scary ones, but gentle-looking creatures with bright eyes and leafy necklaces. One of them, a tall triceratops with shimmering blue horns, spoke. "Welcome, travelers. We are the Lost Tribe." "The Lost Tribe?" Lucy repeated, amazed. "Why are you lost?" The triceratops sighed deeply. "Long ago, our island's volcano was calm and kind. It warmed our home and gave us light at night. But now the fire within grows angry. Soon it may erupt and our home will disappear." Dippy's tail drooped. "We saw the smoke earlier. Is there no way to stop it?" An elderly stegosaurus stepped forward, her plates glowing faintly. "There is one way," she said softly. "We must return the heart of the mountain, a crystal hidden deep within the crystal cave, but no one has been brave enough to enter. It tests your courage and kindness." Lucy looked at Dippy and smiled. "Then maybe it's time someone tried." The dinosaurs gasped. "You would help us, little human?" asked a young Parasaurolophus, eyes wide. "Of course," Lucy said. Dippy and I came all this way. Maybe this is why." The lost tribe gathered around them, offering fruit and flowers as gifts. They told stories about the heart of the mountain, how it glowed when someone pure of heart came near, and how its light could calm the volcano's fury. As night fell, Lucy sat by the fire with the tribe. Fireflies danced in the air, and the stars reflected in the dinosaur's gentle eyes. Dippy hummed a soft tune, and Lucy whispered, "Tomorrow we find the heart." High above them, the volcano glowed faintly as if it had heard her promise. Early the next morning, Lucy and Dippy followed the glowing map once more. The path led them through a valley filled with mist where the air sparkled like powdered sugar. "It feels like walking through a dream," Lucy whispered. At the valley's end stood the crystal cave, its entrance glittering with light that danced like 1,000 tiny rainbows. The walls shimmered with blue, pink, and golden hues, and even the ground beneath their feet reflected their faces like mirrors. "Wow!" Dippy gasped. "It's like the stars fell to the earth." Inside, it was quiet, too quiet. Only the sound of dripping water echoed around them. Each drop created ripples of color across the crystal floor. As they walked deeper, the crystals seemed to hum softly, as if whispering secrets in a forgotten language. Lucy reached out to touch one. It felt warm like a heartbeat. "These crystals are alive," she said in awe. Then, as they turned a corner, the passage split into 3 glowing tunnels. Each shimmered with a different color, blue, green, and gold. A soft voice echoed through the cave. "To find the heart of the mountain, you must walk the path that matches your true feeling." Lucy looked at Dippy. "Which one should we choose?" Dippy thought for a moment. "Blue feels calm and kind. Maybe that's us." Lucy nodded. Together they entered the blue tunnel. The crystals there glowed brighter with each step, lighting their way. But the deeper they went, the colder it became. Suddenly the light dimmed and the walls seemed to close in. "Dippy, I can't see," Lucy whispered, holding his tiny claw. "I'm here," Dippy said bravely. "Remember what the old Stegosaurus said, courage and kindness. Don't be afraid." Lucy took a deep breath and held the crystal necklace she wore. It began to glow faintly, casting soft light ahead. Slowly, the darkness melted away, revealing a massive chamber where a single, radiant crystal floated above a pool of glowing water. "The heart of the mountain," Lucy breathed. But as they approached, the water began to swirl, and a deep rumble shook the cave. A shadowy figure formed from the mist, a guardian made of crystal and smoke. "Only the brave may touch the heart," it boomed. Lucy stepped forward, trembling but determined. "Then I'll try." The crystal guardian towered over Lucy and Dippy, its glowing eyes like lanterns in the dark. Lucy's knees trembled, but she took another step forward. "I'm not afraid," she said softly, though her voice quivered a little. The guardian's deep voice echoed, "Courage isn't the absence of fear, little one. It's choosing to shine even when fear is near." Dippy nodded, nudging her leg gently. "You can do this, Lucy. Remember how you fixed the raft in the storm? You're the bravest human I know." Taking a deep breath, Lucy reached for the glowing crystal hovering above the water. The closer she got, the stronger the wind swirled, and shards of light spun around her like a storm of rainbows. She closed her eyes and whispered, "I'm doing this for my friends, for Dippy, for the island." When her fingers brushed the heart of the mountain, everything stopped. Silence. The wind froze midair, and the guardian slowly bowed its head. "You have proven your heart is pure," it said. "The mountain listens to you now." A warm light wrapped around Lucy, filling her chest with courage and peace. The crystal floated into her hands, heavy but comforting, like holding a heartbeat made of stars. Suddenly, the cave began to tremble again, this time not from anger but warning. "Dippy," Lucy cried, "the volcano, it's waking up!" Cracks spread along the cave floor, sending ripples of molten glow beneath their feet. The guardian's voice thundered, "Hurry, take the heart to the mountain's peak before the fire rises again." Dippy flapped his tiny wings, which mostly just stirred dust, and squeaked, "Let's go!" They dashed toward the exit, dodging falling crystals. The cave pulsed with red light now, the soft hum turning into a rumble. As they reached the sunlight outside, Lucy looked back one last time. The crystals inside glimmered gently as if saying goodbye. "Did you see that, Dippy?" Lucy panted. "We did it. We found the heart." Dippy grinned. "Now let's save the island." With the glowing crystal cradled close to her chest, Lucy climbed onto Dippy's back. The volcano loomed ahead, smoke curling into the golden sky like a sleeping giant stirring from its dream. Their biggest challenge was waiting, and the fate of Dinosaur Island depended on them. The sky darkened as Lucy and Dippy reached the mountain's base. The volcano rumbled like a giant waking from a long nap, except this giant wasn't very friendly. Smoke puffed out in huge gray clouds, and the ground beneath their feet trembled. "Whoa, that's one grumpy mountain," Dippy gulped, his little tail twitching. Lucy held the glowing heart of the mountain close. "We can calm it down. We just have to reach the top." They began to climb. Step by step, claw by claw, the rocks were warm and glowing streams of lava trickled beside them like fiery rivers. Despite the heat, Lucy could feel the crystal cooling her hands, spreading calm through her body. Halfway up, a boulder cracked open and steam burst out like a dragon's breath. Dippy squeaked and flapped wildly. "Hot, hot, hot!" Lucy giggled even in the chaos. "It's okay, Dippy. Just think of it as a big sauna." He blinked, confused. "What's a sauna?" "It's like a hot place people sit in for fun." "Humans are weird," Dippy muttered, but he smiled again. As they reached the crater, the air shimmered with heat. Lava bubbled and hissed, splashing glowing sparks into the smoky air. Lucy's heart raced. "Where do we put it?" she shouted over the roar. Dippy pointed his snout toward a glowing stone pedestal at the center of the crater. "There! That must be it." Together they climbed to the edge, where the molten pool glowed bright orange. Lucy held the heart high, and the crystal began to hum softly, a melody like a lullaby for the mountain. The volcano roared, shaking so hard that Lucy nearly lost her balance. Come on," she whispered, pressing the heart into the pedestal. Suddenly, a flash! A beam of turquoise light shot into the sky, cutting through the smoke. The volcano stilled. The lava stopped boiling. The air turned cool and clear. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then, flowers began to bloom. Right out of the blackened rock, tiny glowing petals floated into the air like fireflies. "We did it?" Lucy breathed, smiling in disbelief. Dippy's eyes sparkled. "The island's safe, Lucy! You saved it!" The other dinosaurs from the lost tribe appeared below, cheering and roaring joyfully. Some even did little dances that made Lucy giggle. But then Dippy looked down at his claws, glowing faintly with the same turquoise light. He frowned a little. "Lucy, I think this means I have to stay." Lucy's smile faltered. "Stay? What do you mean?" "The island needs a guardian," Dippy said gently. "And I think the heart chose me." Lucy blinked back tears, hugging him tightly. "Then promise you'll never forget me." "Never," Dippy whispered. "Not in a million dinosaur years." The sky was soft and golden as the sun began to set over Dinosaur Island. The air smelled of fresh rain and blooming flowers, the same flowers that had sprung from the cooled volcano. Lucy and Dippy sat together on a hill, watching the clouds turn pink and orange like cotton candy. "So," Lucy began softly, "this is goodbye?" Dippy looked down at his tiny claws and then back up at her, his big green eyes glimmering. "Not goodbye, just see you later." Lucy smiled weakly. "That's what people say when they don't want to cry." "Well," Dippy grinned a little, "then I'm officially stealing that human thing." They both laughed, and the sound echoed sweetly through the quiet island. A gentle breeze brushed Lucy's hair, and she noticed that Dippy's scales now shimmered faintly like crystal, reflecting tiny stars even though the sky wasn't dark yet. "Looks like you're part magic now," she teased. "Guess I've been hanging out with the right human." Dippy chuckled. "You rub off on me." From below, the lost tribe of dinos gathered, humming a soft, deep melody. It sounded like the earth itself was singing, a farewell song to one of their own. The air seemed to glow with warmth, and Lucy's heart felt both heavy and light at the same time. "Do you think I'll ever see you again?" Lucy asked. Her voice was small, barely louder than the whispering grass. "Whenever you look up at the stars," Dippy said, "find the brightest one. That'll be me, watching over you." Lucy felt tears spill over her cheeks, but she smiled. "You'd better shine extra bright, or I'll tickle you from down here." Dippy laughed, that warm, rumbling dinosaur laugh that always made Lucy giggle. "Deal?" As night fell, the island sparkled with bioluminescent plants, glowing blues and greens that swayed like living lanterns. The tribe surrounded Dippy and Lucy, forming a gentle circle of light. It was time. Lucy knelt and hugged her friend one last time, feeling his heartbeat strong and steady. "Thank you," she whispered, "for being my friend and for teaching me to be brave." Dippy nuzzled her cheek. "Thank you for finding me, Lucy. You're the best human a dinosaur could ever ask for." A bright glow wrapped around Dippy as the heart of the mountain pulsed once more. Slowly, his form began to fade into the light, leaving sparkles that floated up toward the stars. "Goodbye, Lucy," his voice echoed softly. "Goodbye, Dippy," Lucy whispered back, waving through her tears. As the light vanished, a single glowing feather-like scale drifted down into Lucy's hand. She held it close to her chest, knowing it was his way of saying he'd always be near. When Lucy opened her eyes, she was back in her cozy bedroom. Her blanket felt soft and warm, and the gentle ticking of her clock made everything seem calm again. For a moment, she wondered if the entire adventure had been a dream, but then she noticed it. On her bedside table sat the tiny green eggshell, glowing faintly with soft blue light. Lucy sat up and smiled. "Dippy," she whispered, "was it all real?" Outside her window, the night sky stretched endlessly, sprinkled with twinkling stars. One star, however, shone brighter than all the rest. It shimmered in a playful green glow, the same color as Dippy's scales. Lucy pressed her hands to the window glass. "Good night, my brave friend," she said softly. "I hope you're smiling up there too." As she watched the bright green star move, just a little flicker like a tiny wave, she giggled, feeling her heart fill with warmth. Maybe Dippy was saying good night. She lay back down, pulling her blanket up to her chin. The air outside hummed gently like a lullaby. The moon peeked through her curtains, casting silver light over her favorite books and toys. Everything seemed to whisper, "You're safe now, little explorer." And as Lucy drifted off to sleep, she dreamed of Dinosaur Island, its rainbow skies, talking dinosaurs, and her best friend, Dippy, who would always live in her heart and among the stars. Shh! It's time to slow down now, little dreamer. Lucy's adventure with Dippy might have ended, But in her heart, and maybe in yours too, the magic still glows quietly. Take a deep breath. Can you hear the soft ocean waves from Dinosaur Island? Whoosh, whoosh. They sound just like a lullaby. Imagine Dippy watching over you from his star, smiling that big, funny dinosaur smile. The night is peaceful, the stars are twinkling gently, and your bed is the coziest raft sailing across the sea of dreams. Let your eyes grow heavy, your thoughts drift away, and feel safe knowing that tomorrow will bring a brand new adventure. Good night, brave explorer. Sleep tight, dream sweet, and may your heart always find its own glowing star.